Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. This is the Cosmic Diva here, and yeah, I am still stuck on Lost here. And every time I think I have answered questions from myself, 10 more questions come up, and so I'm gonna share some more stuff with you guys that connects to my last video regarding nanotechnology and the Nibiru flare. Now, I am one of the people who sees these things in the sky. I don't want to believe that it's a big planet coming this way. I just don't. Even though we're having earthquakes, terrible storms, questionable things in the sky, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. So, as a photographer, I know that many anomalies can happen in a shot when you are pointing your camera at the bright hot sun. You could see all kinds of stuff. You could see shadows, flares, glares, stuff can shoot by. I mean, just so many anomalies can happen in the eye of a camera and a rounded lens. Okay? So, forgive me for those of you who are like staunch supporters of a big planet coming in. I kind of feel that way too. I do. But I have to play devil's advocate because everything just, it can't, I just can't digest it this way. I can't. But I'm going to keep searching, and I'm not going to sit here and debunk people's videos or anything like that. I'm just going to take some questions that I get from my viewers and some questions I get from myself, and I'm going to just continue to try to answer them. And the reason I'm not going to debunk people's videos is because I think it's disrespectful, and I think it takes a gigantic poop on the work people do, because I know I sit here, and when I'm done doing my real work, I sit down, and has become my hobby to study this stuff. So it is fascinating. Science is fascinating. And as a child who grew up around, in a military family, I'm not going to say anything specific, but I am going to say that I'm familiar with radio technology and signals and antennas and sunlight, daylight. I have a healthy understanding of this stuff. What I'm learning now is how far we've advanced in technology since I was a child. So this is what is shocking to me. So, okay, let's skip ahead of all that. I want you guys to have a look at something that I found. This was from a long time ago, 2011. Invisibility cloaking technology. Okay? I found stories as far back as 2009 that they've been working on a cloak of invisibility. And if you were paying attention to science sites, April Fool's Day, they ran another story talking about a laser that could make the Earth disappear to, and I use the word loosely, aliens coming in who might see us and maybe, I don't know, want to probe our backsides. I don't know, man. I'm trying to be so calm and peaceful about this, but it's hard because this is so unbelievable. So if I slip with a cuss word or I sound crazy for a second, please forgive me. It's just wild and fascinating how incredible science is. This is crazy to me, but it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's everything. Okay, it's just everything. So this invisibility cloaking technology, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I'll read a little bit to you. So what we're talking about here is a mirage effect that they can create. Now, if you are looking at this right here, this is what they have been working on for some time now. And underwater, they are able to create literally a curtain that shows and hides things. They're calling this the single beam mirage effect, also known as photothermal deflection. This uses a freestanding, highly aligned carbon nanotube aerogel sheet as the heat source. The extremely low thermal capacitance and heat transferability of these transparent forced-on carbon nanotube sheets enables high-frequency modulation of sheet temperature over an enormous temperature range, thereby providing a sharp, rapidly changing gradient of refractive index in the surrounding liquid or gas. Now, yes, this is underwater. Yeah, but I've seen a lot of videos and seen a lot of things, write-ups suggesting that above us in the sky there may be water. Now, as somebody who has captured the moon with my telescope, you see the mirage effect, the watery looking effect. So maybe there's a water type of atmosphere up there. Yeah. I'm sorry for saying so much. Yeah. So here we're looking at the cloaking effect, the single beam mirage effect. If you watch in my last video, I did make mention, I believe, that NASA and the ISS are able to beam communication down from the ISS to a spot in Wrightwood, California, and they can show or share information, videos, and all this stuff. Okay? They're broadcasting information from a beam coming off the ISS. So yeah, we're just going to go with that, the fact or the truth that beam is down there. Yeah, it's sending data. Sure, whatever. So this video you're looking at here is a bit more of nanotechnology and some of the crazy stuff that it can do. Yeah, so you're looking at how this, nano goo can completely be impervious to water, moisture, and other elements. So in my mind, it can also absorb light. It could absorb signal. And with a few extra components or whatever, it could also probably create pictures. It could be used as a big old video screen, right? Yeah. Okay. So here we have a plastic nano sheet. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? So I'll let you guys have a look at that. And then I want to read something to you guys. There's a company, BAE Systems, and they have something called adaptive infrared. Now, you've probably seen videos of this. I'll run one for you real quick, where they can hide armored vehicles on the ground. They can cloak them, and these things just disappear. Okay? Adaptive infrared military camouflage technology is akin to a thermal TV screen. It uses about 1,000 hexagonal panels to cover the sides of an armored vehicle, such as a tank or personnel carrier. Infrared cameras continuously gather thermal images of the vehicle's surroundings, and what they're calling the Peltier plate panels are rapidly heated and cooled to match either the temperature of the background, such as a forest, or one of the objects in the thermal cloaking system's library, such as a truck, car, or large rock. The system is able to gather and display thermal images while the vehicle is moving. The result is to cloak the vehicle from detection by heat detecting night vision devices. For Crypsis, the panels can display an infrared image of the vehicle's background. This can be updated as the vehicle moves. For Mimesis, spelling Mimesis, mimesis, whatever you choose, an image of a chosen object, such as a car, can be retrieved from Adaptive's library and superimposed on the background. Okay? The panels forming Adaptive's pixels are hexagons approximately 5.5 inches wide. They are robust, contributing to the armor of the vehicle that carries them. The system allows its operator to grab a thermal image from a vehicle or other object for display. Okay? This is, in my opinion, like some back screen hologram technology. I can put the screen over, for example, the sun, and you don't see the sun anymore, and then I project another image on top of that, this hexagonal screen, and I can show you something else. So yeah, that's crazy. Now, should we believe that this technology is only on the ground when they can put this thing in the sky? Nanotubes weigh nothing, okay? They just don't weigh anything. They're so light, and there's such a great advancement in technology that scientists are considering making an elevator into outer space with nanotubes. Everything I'm saying you can look up. This is real, and I'm fascinated. This is outrageous. So you're telling me we can do this, but I have to replace the batteries on my flashlight every couple of months? I have to get gas for my car every week or so? Come on. Can we get some of this advancement around here? Can we get some of this technology like right around here? I want a lighter car. How about a lighter airplane? Would that make tickets cheaper? I don't know. I'm just saying. This is all very fascinating. So this takes me back to our technology here with this nano beam and the single beam Mirage. Probably 2000, because as somebody who's traveled the world a bit, I've been to other places like Japan, and coming back to America, I could tell you that when I was visiting there was technology there that was not in America for years and years and years and years. And so there are places, and now I know that the Israelis have, a gigantic investment into nanotechnology. They own thousands of patents on nanotechnology. And this stuff you can see in this video here is going to be used for some of everything. Okay? It's in my opinion, already in use. Okay? Scientists are doing things to try to understand dark matter and technology and all this stuff, where they're creating dark matter, in my opinion. And so the race is on to, I guess, see who owns outer space. Who's doing that? Either way, this stuff is brilliant. This is brilliant, and it speaks of the level of progress and intelligence that we have here on Earth. And it bothers me that we're not doing more to get our kids, or at least our American kids, more interested and more educated. And, you know, if we don't get our kids and push schools better and push science to our kids better, it's always going to be these foreign countries that are beating us to outer space. That makes me sad. So, in light of saying that, did you guys hear this story? I hate to be doing gossip too, but it is an interesting one. The picture of the person you're looking at is Pascal Jossy. Pascal Jossy? Sorry, I know I'm probably butchering that man's name. Sorry for that. Either way, he's a Swiss space boss, okay? And he was left badly injured in a violent attack. The founder and CEO of a Swiss space firm technology, who previously received death threats against him, is in the hospital with serious injuries after a vicious attack. This man is 40 years old, and he heads the Swiss Space Systems, otherwise known as S3. He was beaten up and set on fire by two unknown perpetrators on August 26 in a forest of the canton Fribourg. Now, the Tribune of Geneva shared this story on Monday. News of the attack was not released until his condition improved. The CEO's life is now out of danger, but he remains in a serious condition in the hospital. The entrepreneur was found near his vehicle, transported to the hospital with burns on 25% of his body. According to the paper sources, he was forced to drive his car into a forest where he was doused in gasoline and set on fire. He managed to get himself out of the vehicle and called a friend. Yeah, okay. This dude, we've just not heard about him like we've heard about some of the other new people coming up in, the technological into space realm. His goal was to make space more accessible by creating low-cost, reusable satellite launchers, a development not welcomed by all in the industry. Last year, the company's base was broken into and equipment was damaged. Now you tell me, does that not sound like some hater type of stuff? Somebody did not want that man to do what he was doing, and he was stepping on somebody's wallet. So somebody kind of had to take him somewhere and have a little conversation with him that did not go so well. Okay? That doesn't sound good. And I'm guessing whoever put him out there like that is probably not happy that he made it. They probably thought that things were not going to go like that. And that is also bananas. That's bananas. Hate, man, thirst is real and hate is even more real. I hope this dude gets better. That's not a cool thing. I don't get it. I just don't understand hating that much. We could all move so much faster. But it's not my area of expertise. And he's not stepping on my wallet with making lighter, easier, and cheaper transportation into outer space. You know what I'm saying? We don't know anyone else who's doing things like that, do we? We don't know anybody. I'm not speaking on that. I'm just saying. That's some hate. So, yeah. Single beam mirage. Back to the main topic. Yo, yeah. Are they hiding stuff from us with this single beam technology? I guess we're all going to have to decide that for ourselves. But I could tell you, as someone who is learning about this nanotechnology, I know I'm late to the game. You're late to the game. We're all late to some parts of this game. And we're even later to the parts of the game we haven't been told about yet. I know that what we're looking at and the information that's sitting here is ancient to the people who are working on it. That I know for sure. So if their nano cloaking, single beam miraging things underwater in a lab, and that was 2011. Well, I'm guessing 3 years later, we can move this lightweight technology, this carbon nano material, into the sky. Right? You decide. Thanks for checking out my video, and I'm going to keep researching, and every wacky thing I find I will try to share with you guys. Be well and have a great one.